Alright guys, well let's see if we can do this. Been a special request made, so I'm going to try to fit it in. Let's dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone. I'm T-Bone. If you're old here, welcome back, you know what's going on. If you're new here, welcome in guys. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle content, any kind of content really. As we are rolling down the road on the blue moon, and here's the special request. As we are rolling down the road on the blue moon, going half the speed we need. Those of you who have been with me from the beginning, you know what that means. Going half the speed we need. That's what I used to say over on the Southern Ride. And someone asked me about it today. Are you still going at half the speed you need? We never hear you say it no more. So we're back to half the speed we need. Man, it feels like it's been a while guys since I've got to sit and talk to you here. Last week I had to just do a throwback video with everything going on with R1 and just work, and last weekend I had to work all weekend. Just a lot going on, and just didn't have a whole lot of time to actually get out and shoot content. I was able to do a little bit of riding, but the weather looked too dangerous to want to run the risk of ruining the camera. But here we are, diving into just whatever we're going to dive into today. Really, my episodes aren't too scatterbrained, but here lately they have been. Mainly because, you know what they say about the best laid plans. If you want to hear God laugh, just tell him your plans. So my best laid plans here as of late just have been sent awry. Of course, R1 on her Facebook page done a 6-week update on how she's doing since the stroke. I'll say her progress is beginning to, or continuing to move forward. She's still continuing to do good, so y'all just keep sending the prayers and good thoughts for her. Got several other appointments coming up that she's got to go. So always stand in need of prayer. Always just kind of whisper a prayer for us if you don't care, just for the whole family. A lot going on right now. My Aunt Gladys just passed away. So y'all remember my Uncle Roger and his family in prayer. My cousins, and I'll tell you, just a lot going on, guys. You know, back in the late spring, early summer, I kind of had some ideas of how I wanted things to go. I had planned on actually shooting a 5-video series on my vacation, and I didn't get to do that. So I'm just having to take them as I get them now, guys. I think the last video I uploaded was I was on the Diablo. I was riding the V-Rod. Sorry about that, guys. I had to stop and readjust my helmet. I was getting some kind of weird feedback through my headphones. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of changes have happened. And I'm trying to keep up with my life schedule, you know, being at home, going to work. Like I said, I've just been sneaking in short motorcycle rides where I get the chance to sneak them in at. I tell you, you know, we sat down, and this really is just something that's been on my mind here a lot as of late, actually. You know, we sit down and we try to make our best plans for the future, and what we want to do, and what we think we can do, and what we hope we can get accomplished from day to day. And you know that old saying, if you want to hear God laugh, announce your plans. And you know, I thought about that this morning, about all my best laid plans. Yeah, it was okay. It ain't out here today. I usually ride through here, and there's a little calf that wanders out through this fence right here, and he just kind of gets out here sometimes and wanders around in the road. So I was looking for him. But man, I'll tell you guys, it just, you know, it gets overwhelming. Life happens, and then you have to come into you know, a certain realization of things that you have to accept. You have to realize that you have to accept things because things change. And you know, sadly, I've been a victim of that this year. Me and my wife, R1 Regina, she's been a victim. So much going on with her, and I'll tell you, I have learned that in the 25 years of being married to her, that if she ever really went down with a real bad illness and I couldn't, you know, and that's the thing, I was going to say, if I couldn't get her over it, which I can't, I mean, all that's in God's hands, but I'd hate feeling helpless. And during her back surgery that she had a few years back, and this last little stint with the stroke, are the only 2 times that she's had procedures and stuff like that done that I really felt helpless. And I tell you, I can't handle that helpless feeling. I'm used to just taking control of a situation and handling something and being done with it. When it's taken completely out of your hands, that's a hard pill to swallow. I don't know if everybody's like that or if it's just me, but it's a hard pill to swallow when something's taken completely out of your hands. But I tell you, it feels good just to be out here riding the blue moon, talking to you guys, kind of catching up. Man, it's hard to believe that we're already at the end of summer nearly. I mean, geez. You know, not much longer, and it's going to be fall. We're going to be through September, and we'll be up into October, and the next thing you know, it'll be Christmas and New Year's, and it'll be like, well, there goes another year that's just flown off of the calendar. And as you get older, they start flying off the calendar even faster. Old saying that we used to hear when we were younger, that youth was wasted on the young. I'm not certain about that, but I can tell you this: you're older a lot longer than you're young. And I know some of y'all will have to wrap your mind around what I just said right there. You are older a lot longer than you're young. You're only young up to your like 25-year-old, 26, 27-year-old. Then you start getting into the routine of life. The next thing you know, you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You know, God willing, you live to your 70s and 80s. You're older longer than you're young, and that right there, that creeps up on you. 20 years will fall off of the calendar. 25 years for me. You know, it just seems like yesterday that me and her, R1, got married way back in 1997. So I mean, it's 25 years of just falling off of the calendar so fast. But I hope everybody out there is doing good. I really do. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope that you're healthy. I hope everybody's still being able to stay away from the COVID. I know a lot of my brothers in the Masonic Lodge that I'm in lodge with have been sick with COVID, and one of my brothers is in the hospital right now sick with COVID. So I want his family out there in Turtletown to know that we're thinking about them. We're sending prayers and good thoughts their way, hoping that Brother Jim recovers and gets to come home pretty soon. And the Worshipful Master of Ducktown Lodge, sending prayers to him. Brother Randy, let you know we love you, brother. I know you watch my videos here. We're thinking about you. We're sending good thoughts and prayers your way, and if you need anything, brother, all you got to do is just get on here and let me know, and I'll help you any way I can. But I tell you, ever since COVID, it seems like ever since 2019, since COVID erupted onto the scene, on the world scene, we've reached up. You stay up there on that line, Hawk. I saw you. Yeah, I ain't playing no more hawk noses. But anyway, it seems like ever since COVID busted on the scene in 2019, we look back now and we're coming to the end of 2022. And we look back and it's like, man, yeah, such an unprecedented event. I mean, not since the plague of 1918 have we seen something that came into our lives that has just completely shut down the entire world. Not just our country, but the entire world fell susceptible to this disease. And we were talking the other day, me and a guy was, and I in my lifetime, I don't ever remember, and I'm 45 years old, and outside of 9/11 was the biggest shakeup that's happened in my lifetime. I'll be 45-year-old tomorrow, which is Sunday, August 28th. I do not remember, other than 9/11, there ever being such a shakeup in our world. And even at 9/11, we didn't shut down the entire country like we did for COVID. I mean, that was just, it was just amazing to see the whole country essentially just shut down to curb everything. And I'll tell you another thing that shocked me, and this may be you may have thought this yourself, man, that was shocking. It's just how easily we as American citizens went along with it. Did it help? Did it not help? I'm not here to debate that. I think in the beginning, when they shut the country down and they shut down the schools, they shut down people's businesses, they were trying to get a curb ahead of this thing so we could cut it off and keep the numbers down. I think in the beginning, all of us was on board with that, because it was a common sense ideal. Okay, quit going out and we'll quit spreading this thing, and maybe we can kill it and keep it from getting any worse. But then you had a couple of bad events happen. Of course, rioters broke out in the cities, and I'm not here to judge whether that's right or wrong, but it kind of got to the situation where, okay, well, you're letting 50,000 people pile out into the cities and riot, but you're telling mom and pop that they can't open their business back up and they're about to lose everything they got. So there was a lot of bad. Some good came of it, but a lot of bad came from it too. But I think it was a learning lesson, because I put a video out here a little while back. You can drop down in my videos either on YouTube or Facebook, and you can find it. It says, would we do it again? Meaning I presented the question, today, knowing what we know, would we allow another complete shutdown of our country? Would we go along with that? From what I can tell, the research I've done, I would say that the answer is no. I don't think that people in this country would go along with it again, mainly because of the failure. I heard it mentioned just yesterday. We were talking about COVID-19, and people were talking about Fauci getting on TV all the time and giving different reports, giving conflicting reports all the time about, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, send your kids to school, don't send them to school, don't get the vaccine, get the vaccine. There was so much hypocrisy and so many conflicting reports that people were like, well, do you people really know what's going on with this thing? Because, and this is something me and a friend was talking about, if you can remember back to science class when you were young and in school, we were taught, always taught, that if you caught the flu, a cold, whatever, if you caught a virus and your body built up an immunity to said virus, then you could not catch this virus again. Okay, well, with COVID-19 from the very beginning, they were saying you could catch it multiple times. Okay, well, then people started doing research as to just exactly what kind of virus is this. Is this a virus that's mutating? Is it getting worse? Is it getting better? And some of the reports I've read, there's a couple of doctors who have kind of examined all this, and they say each variant, each time it comes back as a different variant, it gets a little weaker. It gets a little weaker. But even the weaker variants are affecting people totally different. What it does to you, it may not do to me. What it does to me, it may not do to you. So it's a scary thing. It really is, because you just don't know what it can do. And you know, that's what we were talking about at the lodge. It would scare me to know that I was carrying the virus, not knowing it, not being sick, not showing any kind of symptoms of anything myself, and me take it into one of our older members and them catch it and get sick. You know, that would break my heart. And that's scary. And you know, and I know sometimes now COVID's getting used as an excuse where it doesn't need to be used as an excuse. But the variants are, I guess there's still different variants of it. I guess there's still different ways that it's affecting people. But you know, I'll tell you guys, it's very wild how this thing works out. It really is. But I'm going to try moving on to another subject. I'm going to try to set up a ride where I can actually shoot a couple of series. I still want to get one series shot that I've been wanting to do for a little while, that I was actually going to take the week that I was on vacation to try to accomplish it, but I just got so busy, had so much stuff going on, I just literally did not have the time the day to do it. But like I said, guys, I hope y'all are doing good. Man, I love the way this old Blue Moon sounds, this old Super Glide. She's loud. I definitely ain't slipping up on nobody with this thing and sneaking up on them and scaring them. You can hear this thing coming. But I hope y'all are doing good. I really do. I wonder about when I don't see people that I normally see post, and I don't see them post in a little while, I'll kind of jump on Messenger and shoot them a message just to make sure that they're okay. But I hope y'all have been enjoying this wild week, you know, just weird weather we've been having now. Spring rain pattern that we seem to be in right here in the middle of the summer, and toward the end of summer, just kind of like a spring pattern. But I tell you what, guys, I just wanted to touch base with everybody. Labor Day is going to be coming up, and like I said, I'm going to try to start working on these series of videos that I've been wanting to shoot for a little while. Because I would like to I'd like to get a series of videos going where I could actually you know, actually keep steady on them. But for that to happen, I have got to get to a point where I have the time to do that stuff. But I tell you what, guys, I just wanted to shoot this short video today just to say, hey, what's up? Didn't want to have to put another throwback video out Monday. But I appreciate you all watching. Find us on Instagram, guys. We're Rolling with T-Bone on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And let me take this moment just to say a special thank you to my groups on Facebook. There's 4 groups that I share my videos with, and they're all very supportive. They've all done a world of good for my channel, getting views up on my videos. So yeah, American Patriots, Mountain Rides, Blue Ridge Mountain Meetup, Blue Ridge Cycle, I think it is. Thank you guys for posting my videos on your groups, and thank you to all you for watching them. But guys, find us across social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Shoot us a line. give me some ideas. If there's something you'd like to see me shoot a video on, you got a bike you want me to ride, you got a business you want to endorse, you know, I'll come into your business, show it off in an episode of Rolling with T-Bone. I don't charge anything to do that. I don't expect anything special for doing that. I want to send out special love to Mountain Attitude Designs, to Ball Hootin', to Patriot Cycle in Blairsville, and to Appalachian Mountain Rides in McKaysville. Those 4 businesses have been on my channel. So thank you guys for all your support of Rolling with T-Bone. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this video an end here. Thanks for jumping in and catching up with me. Just keep your eyes open for whatever I got coming out next. But until next time, guys, my name's T-Bone, and this has been Rolling with T-Bone.